Meeting of this year, Village Board of Trustees, Village of Depew, May 26th, 2026, a little bit late, I do apologize, we're at 7:06. Trustee Kraft with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stand for a second. May we take a moment to pause, reflect, and connect with the spirit of peace and understanding that resides within each of us. Let us embrace the opportunity to come together in unity, open to the shared wisdom, compassion, and respect that guides us. May this gathering be a time of inspiration, collaboration, and growth, and may the intentions we set today lead us toward positive actions, harmonious outcomes. Let us proceed with mindful hearts and a collective sense of purpose. All right. Trustee Zimba with notification of fire exits.
The emergency exits are located to my left and to the rear of the room. In the event of an alarm or emergency, please move in an orderly fashion and evacuate the building.
Need a roll call?
Trustee Adolph. Trustee Zimba.
Here.
Trustee Kraft.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Moravsky.
Here.
And Mayor Peterson.
Here. All right, so tonight we have a few items on here. Looks like we have, we're up to 11 items tonight. Anybody can ask any questions on the agenda items. Later in the meeting, we'll also tackle any other questions that are not a part of the agenda. So we're going to start off. The first one we got tonight is appoint an electrical inspector. This is Joe Garvin and Joe Homan. You guys done all the background on that?
Yeah.
Resolution number 2, agenda item number 2, modify the 2025-26 budget, which we're in the last few days of that budget. So these are
just some auction items or moving funds from one line to another, different than later on the commission to do the year-end budget items.
it looks like about 15 or so items on here. Agenda item number 3 is permission for the Veterans Park Summer Concert Series. That lists all of our shows that we got going on as a part of the concert series. Item number 4, accept the resignation of one of our police department dispatchers. Item number 5, authorize the mayor to sign a successor agreement to the White Collar Union here in the village. Next item up is year-end budget adjustments. Item number 7, permission for Depew Volunteer Fire Department. Brian, you got a couple comments on that one?
Yeah, these are just requests for apparatus to go outside the village for state courses
Training.
and for live fire training that our firefighters take to hone their skills and gain more knowledge and experience, and also some permission for use of the fire stations for some fundraising events.
All right. Agenda item 8 is our first DPW grass cutting resolution. Only has one address on it today, but we were informed that there's going to be more the next time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Item number 9, award the solid waste, garbage, and recycling bid. We'll save that. Next item up is appoint a part-time seasonal, the seasonal DPW crew. Some of these names I do recognize. I know they've been on our staff in the past.
Mm-hmm.
They do great work.
They do.
These kids really work hard.
I believe they're starting next week.
Yep. And what is that, 19 weeks? 13 weeks. 13 weeks. Item number 11, authorize the mayor to sign an agreement with Feedmore. We're making space in our Depew ice rink for their Meals on Wheels program, that type of program. They'll be there every day during the week to give out meals that have to be delivered to various people in the Depew and Lancaster area. All right, with that said, I'll take any kind of comments or questions on items 1 through 11. Come on up, name and address, sir.
The concerts, is there a list that I could take home with me today of all the concerts, when and where and stuff?
I will get you one. It's going to be a small size one for right now, Dave. And you'll also be getting one in your tax bill in the next week.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, they had to get refinalized once again. Last week, we had a cancellation, and we had to fill a hole. So there is a revised version. Anybody else? Come on up.
How's everyone doing? My name's Joe Prybilski. I live in the village of Lancaster at 38 Madison Street,
Where's Madison? I'm not familiar with it.
next to the middle school in Lancaster, not Depew.
Okay, yeah.
So I came to introduce myself as one of the other inspectors from Commonwealth Electrical Inspection Agency.
Okay,
There was some emails going back and forth, and I wanted to just come here and introduce myself with, if there's any questions to be asked about our agency. Are you Miss Catherine? I'm Joe.
Hi, Joe. I'm sorry, I just put lotion on.
That's no problem. But there was maybe some clarification that needed to take place in the emails, and I'm not in the administration portion who can send our information over or give you the checks or the insurance.
Tom.
Tom,
Is it Tom from Commonwealth? He's the one that
Tim.
sends me all this. Tim.
did he
yes.
get that stuff to you?
I
or
have a lot of the paperwork. I had to send him something specific on letterhead so that he could request the check. All that paperwork will be coming in shortly, and you guys will be on the list.
will be on the list?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I guess since I came here last Tuesday, and the meeting was Monday.
oh,
So,
you mean 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
Tuesday. Yes, I had in my head that it was
Tuesday is an
Tuesday.
odd day for us.
Yeah.
But at any rate, there's 3 of us or 4 of us on the list. We have over 100+ years of experience in the field. I have several thousand inspections under my belt at this point. I've only been doing inspections for 2 years, but we've been doing our certifications and keeping up to date on all the latest code updates, which are incredible.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know if you guys take questions or ask questions during this period, or
You got questions? Let's see if we can, we might turn it to Kate, because we don't usually deal with that, but
Well, so this is a kind of a behind the scenes thing, and when all these emails first started going out, you and I had touched base because obviously you do inspections in the area. But we have a list of third-party electrical inspectors that we go by. So when people come in and pull a permit, we say, hey, we don't do electrical inspections. Here's our list of third-party inspectors. You gotta call one of them. And then we go look for the sticker for what they do, and that's just part of our permitting process. Well, during all of our changeovers and all that stuff, and then Pat was injured. Pat was always the main inspector in the area. Pat was injured and is no longer working as an electrical inspector. We had to, I'm like, well, who's filling the gaps? So you, Mike, a couple of the guys from Atlantic Inland, and I'm looking in our code, it says that third-party electrical inspectors have to reapply every 5 years to stay on our list. Well, no one had applied since 2014.
geez,
So I had to, be the bad guy and tell everybody that they had to
reapply.
and
Okay.
spend some money and get on our list.
So is there a certain number that you keep on the list? Is it,
It fluctuates. We had added Dean Electrical Services about a year ago, so it was up to 5 or 6. Right now, it's just kind of in limbo. I'm only taking inspections from the guys that I've seen before.
yeah,
So that's like 4
But
people.
your company's done them before for the village, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so
So
it's Joe, Mike Gargiulo, who I've spoken to at length before. You guys both seem like wonderful guys, obviously not Pat anymore. So Commonwealth, Atlantic, Inland, Excelsior, those, all the people on the list are the first people that I asked to reapply. But, you know, probably by the end of June, we'll have a solid list to go by.
Okay,
And,
good.
You know,
She gave us a lot of grief, by the way.
all right.
No, I did-
Try sitting next to her in the office.
That goes both ways.
Oh, all right, let's leave.
I was mostly concerned with if someone had forwarded me an agenda and,
Did you think you were not going to be on the list?
well, I didn't know if it was going to be exclusive or not, so I spoke with Don briefly. I just wanted to make sure that if it was exclusive to Atlantic Inland, that
Oh, no.
I was going to question why.
Yeah.
That's all. That was my main concern.
You guys will be on the list.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
That's all. Thank you, guys.
That's sort of like our towing contract list. That's a list people like to get on too, but the
I
limit
guess
to
I can have a
4.
tow truck. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Anybody else? All right. Anybody online?
No.
They're all probably out. All probably watching Cheektowaga meeting tonight. All right. All right, agenda item number 1, appoint electrical inspector pursuant to section 4-400 of village law. I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Joe Garvin and Joe Homan from Atlantic Inland Incorporated as third-party electrical inspectors for the village of Depew. Need a roll call vote.
Trustee Zimba,
Yes.
Trustee Kraft,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Morosky,
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
All right. Agenda item number 2, modify the 2025-2026 budget.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, be it resolved, the administrator is hereby authorized to modify the 2025-2026 budget per the attached sheet.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Zimba,
Yes.
Trustee Kraft,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Morosky,
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Agenda item number 3, permission for the Depew Summer Concert Series in Veterans Park.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Permission is hereby granted to Cammie Clooney and her band to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, June 18th, 2026 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to the Carnival Kids Steel Orchestra to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, June 25th, 2026 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to the Boys of Summer to use Fireman's Park Pavilion for their special America 25th, 250th concert on Friday, July 3rd, 2026 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to Terry Buckwald to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, July 9th, 2026 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to Tequila Sunrise to use the Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, July 16th, 2026 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to the Ramblin' Lou Family Band to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, July 23rd, 2026 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to Black Rock Beatles to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, July 30th, 2026 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to the Lancaster Town Band to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, July 6th, 2026 at 7 p.m. Permission is also granted for use of electrical power and use of restrooms at Southside Fire Hall. Permission is also hereby granted to Village of Depew licensed food trucks to operate at the summer concert series at Veterans Park.
I second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Agenda item number 4, accept the resignation of one of our police department dispatchers.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, the resignation of Police Department Dispatcher Elaine Clouden, effective May 18th, 2026, is accepted.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marowski.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Agenda item number 5, authorize the mayor to sign the successor agreement to the white collar union contract.
Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion to be resolved. Mayor Kevin Peterson is authorized to sign a successor agreement with the Village of Depew white collar contract for the period June 1, 2026 to May 31st, 2030.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marowski.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Okay, so we've done the blue collar and the white collar. We're still working with the PBA. Agenda item number 6, year-end budget adjustments.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, the administrator is hereby authorized to adjust the 2025-2026 budget for year-end adjustments.
I second that motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marowski.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Agenda item number 7, permission for the Depew Volunteer Fire Department.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Permission is hereby granted to Engine 3 to attend a pump operations course at Main and Transit Fire Station in Amherst, New York on Thursday, May 28th and Friday, May 29th, 2026 from 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. Permission is hereby granted to Engine 6 and Rescue 7 to attend live fire training at the Erie County Fire Academy located on Broadway in the town of Cheektowaga on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026 from 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. Permission is hereby granted for use of the Southside Fire Station located at 45 Meridian Street in the Village of Depew on Saturday, June 20th, 2026 for Hook and Ladder Company Number 1's annual chicken barbecue from 6 a.m. till 5 p.m.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, and that's carried. Agenda item number 8, authorization for the DPW to cut grass.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Whereas the village is encountering numerous vacant and foreclosed homes in the village, and orders to remedy have been issued to the property owner on record at 14 Regal Street. Whereas the high grass is a nuisance to neighbors and attracts rodents, be it resolved, permission is granted for the Department of Public Works to mow the above-named street that are not mowed by the due date on the order to remedy for 2026 year. The cost of said mowings will be attached to the village tax bill for that property.
I second that motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marowski.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
This is a vacant property.
Correct.
It's been for a couple of years. I know it's been very wet out. Grass is growing like crazy. It's hard to keep up. But you have a list working for the next time, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that'll be in 2 weeks. Agenda item number 9, award a bid for the solid waste, garbage, and recycling bid.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution, move for its adoption. Whereas the village has prepared specifications for the collection and hauling of municipal solid waste, bulk waste and recyclable collection, hauling and processing from village parcels. And whereas sealed bids for the collection and hauling of municipal solid waste, bulk waste and recyclable collection, hauling, and processing were received and publicly opened by the village administrator on May 22nd, 2026. Be it resolved that upon review and the recommendation of the village administrator, the base bid amount of $1,473,511.80 for the collection and hauling of municipal solid waste, bulk waste, and recyclable collection, hauling, and processing the garbage and recycling be awarded to Modern Disposable Services, 4746 Model City Road, P.O. Box 209, Model City, New York, 14107.
I second that motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marowski.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Agenda item number 10, appoint part-time seasonal workers in our Department of Public Works. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Carson Alberti, Aiden Mandel, Aiden Mecca, and Carcel Caduz to the position of seasonal laborer part-time at the Department of Public Works. I need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marowski.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Agenda item number 11, authorize the mayor to sign an agreement with Feedmore.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, Mayor Kevin Peterson is authorized to sign an agreement with Feedmore for use of the Depew Ice Rink vestibule for a distribution center for the Meals on Wheels program.
I second that motion.
Need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marowski.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Number 12, employment applications were received for our rec department, Quinn McCrowan, Joseph Cana, Mia Cana, Samuel Fry, Olivia Cana, Ava May Carlin, Nicholas Garzinski, and with our Department of Public Works, Andres Pick and Carson Alberti. There are no department head reports tonight. Unfinished and other business. And before we get to public comments for any item, we'll go around the department heads. We'll start with Kate in the building department.
Okay, the BOCES project, if anybody has driven over there, obviously it's getting bigger and bigger every day. They're really cranking on that. I fully expect them to hit their completion date, which I believe is this fall.
September 27th.
Yeah, it's spectacular. I mean, from what it was to what it is even right now, and then what it will be, is just such a huge change.
Yeah,
It's-
but you can see the structural work on the left is a gymnasium, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
On the right, there looks like a grand entrance in the back too.
Yeah,
Like there's a
and-
portal.
and I mean, there's courtyards, and it's incredible.
There's 5 sunlit courtyards, I believe, so be interesting.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5?
Yeah, 5,
Yeah.
yep. So that's a good thing. Let's see, used car dealership renewal applications have gone out. They are coming in. So, fire safety inspections for those. Ryan is working on his grass cutting lists. He is 52,
53.
53, so that's a really good start for the beginning of the year. Most of the food trucks that we use for our events have now been inspected and licensed through my department. And I think that's about all I got.
Okay. Up to the table here, Chief McNamara with our PD.
Good evening, everybody. Just want to say Memorial Day this past weekend launches the 100 Deadliest Days of Driving. So if you have young drivers, please reach out to them, talk to them about distracted driving when they're coming from a vehicle, other passengers in their car, or of course, using substances. Not only dangerous for youth, but ourselves, so let's take extra effort and pay attention to pedestrians and bikes, including e-bikes. Thank you.
Through Labor Day, right? Is that what it is? Yeah. Interesting fact. We'll come across the table here. Attorney Alba, give you early.
Sure. We had a new issue come up on our cannabis law. I guess the regulations have changed in New York State, and now there's ways to get approval to sell licensed cannabis products at craft fairs and farmers markets. So we really need to revise and update our law. We had already discussed our local law changing to further differentiate between licensed cannabis stores and vape shops, of which, we kind of convoluted it in the law a little bit more than we intended. So that's something hopefully we'll have on the agenda for the next meeting, along with a attempt to relook at our zoning laws. Issue that's come up a few times is people want to make small changes to their driveway, which would normally just be easy to do, but because of our zoning law, they're not allowed to do it. And I think if something comes up, 3 or 4 times in a year, we're supposed to change the
I
local
think
law.
it's twice.
Yeah, so we're looking at that, as well as revisiting addressing the Airbnb issue in the village of Depew, figuring out how our local law can help aid in enforcement.
We do have some public comment on that for later.
Okay.
Great.
Anything else?
Nothing.
Over to our fire chief, Brian Musley.
Good evening, everyone. Since our last board meeting, we've had 17 calls, brings us to 139 year-to-date. I had a couple significant calls. In between that period, a 45-gallon hydraulic spill of a commercial vehicle at Walden Transit, which was mitigated, and then also a kitchen fire at Campfire Grill, one of the local favorite restaurants for everybody's breakfast. They should be reopening, I would assume, in the next few days or by the end of the week. EMS committee is working diligently on coming up with a better plan for the residents of the village of Depew in EMS with the village board, and we're working on that, and hopefully in the next couple months we'll have some kind of resolve and direction as to where we're exactly going. Memorial Day, thank God the weather stayed clear for us yesterday. It was a great ceremony, as it always is, put on by the veterans and the village board and the fire department, the police department, DPW, and everybody else that helps out with that. And it really is a day to honor those who pay the ultimate sacrifice for the freedoms that we have in our country, that we take for granted on a regular basis. So please, just not that one day a year, but we should keep those service members in our thoughts and prayers throughout the year. And last but not least, come out and see us. We'll be at Depew High School with our fire apparatus and with a couple demonstrations this coming Friday for their annual car show. And should be a good time. Hopefully the weather cooperates with us. Last but not least, a couple tidbits from the fire chief here. Burn ban has been lifted in New York State. Still, things are I know you think with all the rain and everything that we've had and the wet spring that things are, can't start on fire, but things are the vegetation is very dry still. So just use caution and follow the regulations, the approved regulations that are put in place for any kind of open burning. And also just be aware, everybody has ion lithium battery tools and devices. Don't leave them charging constantly when you're not. When the batteries are fully charged, make sure you unplug them. Don't leave them unattended. ion lithium battery technology is fairly safe, but when it fails catastrophically, and just be cautious of that. That's all I have, sir.
Okay. Did you have a report from DPW?
I do. They wanted to let you know that milling is starting on the south side, starting tomorrow. The streets that are going to be done are Terrace, Bellevue, Meridian, and Lehigh. The signs that the gentleman came to talk about some concerns from 716 store for parking with his neighbor's
With the grass.
yard. Yep. Those signs are ordered for no parking on the grass, and they should be going up. I believe 3 of them will be going up in that
Yeah.
area.
Did he happen to get my no right turn also? I didn't. I meant to get back to him. I'll send the thing.
Nothing on that. Those were
Okay.
the 2 items.
Okay. Trustee Z, you got anything for us?
Really quick, good evening. 2 of our collective bargaining agreements will be in place on June 1st. We resume negotiations with our third, the police union, on the same day. Hopefully, we can get that done as well. And I want to thank the veterans for inviting me to be with them yesterday, humbling experience. So it's our nation's 250th birthday. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that, and I look forward to the summer and celebrating that. Thank you.
Trustee Kraft?
We are closing in on the halfway mark for our Eat Local Business Restaurant Contest. Even if you were to start it today, there's still plenty of time to visit all 11 locations and get your stamp by August 1st. And just looking forward to Founder's Day, getting some pots in the stove sort of thing for our family-friendly zone. Hopefully, we'll have the library back. We're looking at a balloon artist, the bounce houses, hopefully, and partnering with the fire department. Hopefully, we can get the kids to shoot off the hoses and tour the truck a little bit. That's it.
Okay. Deputy Mayor Morosky?
Just that they're finally getting back to, with good enough weather, striping George Urban, and that should be a big help to the seniors like myself that can't see the lines when it's raining. But they're starting and they're moving along, and they should be swiftly done and all cleaned up.
Bob, I'm only 39, and I can't see the lines either when it's raining, so.
Not me.
Regina, do you have anything from the administrator's office?
Tax bills will be going out. Collection starts June 1st here in the clerk's office.
We took care of you this year. Wasn't that bad?
And yes, check, we have some great announcements that'll be in there, our summer schedule, some information about the July 3rd event, and yeah, looking forward to a busy summer. It's concerts are gonna start before we know it.
Yep. So I'll just say that yesterday with the Memorial Day parade, I thanked a bunch of people yesterday. The fire department was at the top of my list because a couple years ago when Commander Shao asked that they weren't going to have a parade. And I thought that was pretty bad that wasn't going to happen. And I reached out to, I don't know if you were chief at the time, but might have been assistant chief. Anyway, so we made available the 1941 GMC in order to take them to Village Hall down to the Veterans Park. And I did the shopping, and Norb and his team did the cooking of 350 hot dogs or something like that. So it was a nice event. There seemed to be a bigger crowd than normal, so it was really nice. Said that there's so few people belonging to the Depew Joint Veterans Committee. But they had 4 people pulling guns yesterday, so it was good. It was a good show. Appreciate the police department being there, electric was there, DPW was out there, and rec department for getting the park looking real good, so. What else? I think that's all I got. So we'll open it up to questions. We'll get to the ones online after we have anybody here in the building would like to come to the microphone.
Dave?
Come on. Got two people here. We'll get a wheel. We'll get a wheel, chief.
My money's on that guy.
I might have probably asked this before, but the BOCES school that's being worked on, now, is that going to be taken off the tax rolls now?
Benderson owns it. I don't know what the final pilot agreement was, but I'm pretty sure there
Oh,
was.
they're going to have a pilot agreement?
I'm pretty sure they did.
The schools are tax exempt, right?
Yeah, but Benderson owns the property and they're leasing to BOCES, so I don't think it ends up tax exempt.
Oh, so
In
you
the
would,
traditional
you would
sense.
tax Benderson then?
Right, but I think they have several payment in lieu of tax agreements that were in place with the county and maybe the county IDA. I don't remember, I just remember there were pilots in place.
Okay. All right, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I will just say, without giving away numbers, we negotiated with them to do permits through the code and building, and we did very well. So,
Anything you get money from Benderson is great.
well, it wasn't exactly them, but anyway. Now you ask, Dave.
A little late to ask that now, yeah.
I am Pat Martino with Modern Disposal, though.
Oh,
I just wanted to stop out. Thank you for the confidence with the award of the contract. We look forward to starting service expeditiously.
Monday.
Come Monday. A bit of work to do before that. We've already started that process, as I explained earlier. So look forward to getting that going. What's nice about this situation is same service guidelines for the residents, same collection schedules right out of the gate here for the residents. So it should be a seamless transition under the new agreement. So
were you with Modern when we last used you?
I was not.
Were you with Public?
No, I was with another competitor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so really, yeah, the routes have all stayed the same from what they were, 5 years ago. So for our residents, it's seamless. There'd not be any changes at all.
Correct.
The contract was put out, a bit of specs were put out with the number one thing is that we wanted to keep the service level for our residents the same as it's been, even going back to when Modern had the contract prior to Casella. So every day that you get picked up for recycle and garbage, it's the same. Same 2 bulk items every week. And that was key in our bid specs. We really had hoped to be able to keep the same service level for our residents. That was number one for us. And yes, we are cutting it close. We would like to meet with you before the end of the week for an hour or so, maybe Thursday or so. We'll arrange something tomorrow. And we just want to sit down and talk about what we've been doing the last 5 years. We want to make sure that we're on the same page, working together.
Yep, and I encourage that not just here at the beginning, but throughout, right?
Right.
That communication is key to making these things work, that partnership.
And since you weren't with the Modern before, and in case you didn't know, we really, we want to be the first point of contact for our residents if they have an issue. Okay, so Debbie, God bless her soul, she deals with the garbage complaints all day long, and she does a wonderful job. But this way, we know what's happening out there, and hopefully we'll be able to hook up with one of your people who will be our main contact for those kinds of issues that come up during the day.
Yeah.
Garbage, as I'm sure you know, is a very passionate subject for residents and businesses alike. So
there's not too many services that touch every resident in a community as much as trash, as funny as that sounds, right?
Right.
So we take that responsibility seriously
Yeah.
and look forward to servicing the village once again.
So we had to look at the bids and read all the lines in between. Didn't exactly have the lowest bid price that's listed on here, but there are certain things in the contract that made you come out on top. So we look forward, it's a 6-year contract, so we're together for quite a while.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll reach out tomorrow.
Okay.
and, thank you.
Look forward to sitting down.
We already touched on this, but when we meet later in the week, I'm gonna want reassurance again that you got the equipment and the manpower, or the
All ready
worker
to go.
power, excuse me, the worker power.
Yep.
Thank
We got ahead of that pretty good, so we're in great shape for
Thank you.
Monday.
Like to hear it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We have some online comments.
Yes, we have 2 residents. The first one is Deanna Gallagher, asking, can we talk about Airbnbs? Why is it okay to have in residential areas? We had an incident that happened last week, midnight to 1:30 a.m., over 100 people on Evane. Another resident, Teresa Romanowski, that the neighbors of Evane Drive wanted to know if we were made aware of the Airbnb that had a party on Friday night that had well over 100 kids. They looked mostly underage. It started around 12:30. They didn't say something after the last meeting because the owner was renting to workers for weeks on end. This is the first incident since it was first brought to the board's attention. And we plan as a neighborhood to attend the June 8th meeting. We, the neighbors, did approach the owner on Saturday morning concerning this, and she did call the police on Friday night.
Okay. Anything you want to add, Sam, as our attorney?
Sure. Hello, everyone out there on the interweb. We had a draft local law that we circulated when this happened a few years ago, and it seemed like the issue subsided on its own, and there was some concern over the ability to regulate a Airbnb law. But now that it has come up again, we will resurrect the local law. We already drafted, never voted on, and revisit it to see if there's a way to add enforcement mechanisms, inspections, and make sure Airbnbs in residential communities are well regulated. I don't think there's a way to issue a ultimate prohibition on them in residential areas, but there is a way to make sure code enforcement can get in there and inspect and make sure the property's safe and take away the ability to rent if something like this happens.
But then, I know in the discussions a couple years back, it came down to PD, as long as there's noise ordinance violations and such, that is something that can be dispatched from our police department
Yeah.
and handled, right?
Absolutely. There's village ordinances that we can enforce. They in fact, have to be, they're violations, and they have to be occurring in our presence. So, obviously, I'll do some research and look at the call.
Yeah, if you could find out about this one, it was, what day was it?
Friday evening.
Friday?
Friday into morning, into
Yeah,
Saturday morning.
Saturday
Yeah.
morning.
Okay, so that we're prepared when they come. All right. So I think that was one of the things that came out a couple of years back was, if we're notified and it's, fits one of the violations that PD can enforce, we could do something. But it comes down to the owner of the property, right?
Right.
I mean, what kind of parties are they renting to? Like she said that they had some workers that were there, so
So it seemed like it had been a calmer area, and now it looks like there was a party with underage kids.
Yeah.
Possibly underage kids, about 100 of them.
Prom party.
problem party, yeah. Okay. Well, we welcome to see you on June 8th.
9th.
And Chief, if you could just follow up on that complaint from Friday.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Let's see. Claims and accounts.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, the claims and accounts have been audited by the Finance Committee and are approved for payment as follows.
From the general fund, $226,920.22. Community development, $743.25. Sewer fund, $959. And capital projects, $1,022,959.55. for a total of $351,582.02.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. And I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion. The motion to adjourn at
7:50.
7:50.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And that's carried.